Hi everyone, it is still July 23rd and this video is only focusing on what's going on in the cinder blocks as well as some of my herbs. So at the end I have my basil, which is beautiful and gorgeous. It's actually getting really big, but I am planning on actually going in and cutting the whole thing and drying them out. Then I have my rosemary here that I'm also going to do the same for. I'm going to trim it and dry it out. Of course, my marigolds are actually doing pretty well. They're getting nice and big. Some of the cinder blocks haven't grown anything. That one has a leaf in it. I have no clue what it is. The onions, they really just stubbled at this growth. Typically they get a lot longer and they will actually form a flower at the top. I didn't get that. Then you have some more marigolds and my tarragon. Tarragon, I'm actually going to trim it out and I'm going to dry them as well. Then you have more of the marigolds and my not so blueberry bush. No blueberries, so I do plan on just pulling this bush at the end of the season and then buying probably a blueberry bush at the end when they're really cheap and planting that one. Hopefully it'll actually have blueberries on it. My sister's Mexican sunflowers are actually doing really well. They actually have flowers going on the top. This one actually looks a lot better. It's beautiful. I like it. Then over here we have my herb planter. And this has my cilantro, which my mother-in-law actually harvests and cooks with. She really likes it. It actually has a more pungent aroma than what you buy in the store. Then we have my curled parsley over here and my flat leaf. They're actually doing really well. My curled parsley I do need to harvest. It's getting really big. Then we have my chamomile over here, which is doing really well. And really flowering. Next year I do plan on putting this in cinder block because it does get a lot of bees here and I want the bees to be more towards here to help flowering, help pollinating my plants. Then we have my carrots here. They're actually doing really big. As you can see, they're getting really big here. Still not ready to harvest. You'll actually, if you peel away at the dirt at the base of your plant, let's see, you'll actually get the carrot. When the carrot's circumference diameter gets bigger, that's when you harvest it. When it's nice and thick at the base, then you have a nice size carrot. I don't want it to get that big. I want to make like a baby carrot. So because as you can see, my pot is not that deep. So, but it's doing really well. Then my strawberries up here. As you know, I trimmed off all the bad stuff, and I do have some leaves growing here, and I do have a strawberry, but it's really not. None of my focus is going towards here. And then I want to give you a little bit of a show on what happens when you put two opposite plants together. Here you have the pumpkin plant and then the aloe vera. The aloe vera is a very dominant plant compared to this pumpkin. As you can see, the leaves are very light. They're very patchy white, and they're actually not doing very well because all the nutrition the aloe vera has taken, but because of the competing between the two, the aloe vera didn't even get that big. So it's important that you don't do this, and if you do end up getting little trees like from here, from maybe something that you threw into your compost, to pull it. It's important when you're doing your compost to make sure that you don't put seeds in it, because then you'll get that. She used the compost and she got a seed. So that is everything that's going on in the garden. Hopefully I get something before I leave for my trip in August. I will plan on doing some more videos. Also, probably the biggest recommendation I can do for you is the netting is great for trellising, but getting like a nylon netting that has a bigger hole would probably be the best. That way you can replenish your soil line. From all the rain, the soil will drop. So it's important that you throw more soil in there to cover up those roots, which is exactly what I've done at the base of all my plants, but I haven't been able to get to behind there. It's important for the tomatoes as well because the roots will come up out of the ground, and if you were here you would be able to see that's what happened with this tomato. So I did go ahead and I did cover it up. And tomatoes will grow roots, so it doesn't matter if you put the plant in deep, more the merrier. It will grow a stronger root structure at the bottom. A strong base equals a strong top. So that's everything.